this. Okay, I'm sure nobody even wants to come in because of how this is, or they're not getting a notification, but this is, says when cardinals appear, and then it goes down to this, and it says angels are near, and there was a cardinal right in front of me when I started the other video live. Okay, and so we have this here, and that again is from Casbat. Okay, now before I lose, I'm going to hang that up. Thank you, Casbat. Thank you, Kelly Finelli. And this is your avocado seed that I took out of an avocado. Now this line over here is the fault line. What you want to do is you want to just start peeling the avocado, because you have to get the outer rusk, or whatever you want to call this, skin off. So sometimes, like when it's wet, it's easier to peel, but you just start it with your fingernail like that. Okay, so just no. The last time I just started one of these the other day, and it's so easy to usually peel it, but I had it and it was wet, but now of course I'm just going to wet this a little bit because seems to be easier. Of course, the other one just went like crazy. Hi, Rosemary. Excuse me. Hi, Rosie Polly. So some seeds are like, if you try to do a peach or something and you nick the seed, you're done. The avocado, you know, you do peel it and you can do it just like this, and it's okay. It's not as delicate as one like that, which seems like, oh no, I mean, I tested that out. I'm like, how could it be done if you get like a little nick in it? It does. It won't sprout the peach and like plum. So yeah, it's much easier when it's wet. Looks like it's bleeding. And this is the fault line. That's really important to remember. The fault line for when we do the next step. Now these do take sometimes a pretty long time to sprout, so we had one rambler that was almost going to give up, and I'm like, don't give up, they look great. And then he had the greatest plants. It took a while. It took several weeks. But as long as you keep changing your water and your seed looks good, it's good. You tried. I can't read the whole thing, but you know, try it again if it didn't work the first time. Sometimes it could just be, maybe it was just a bad seed. I know that's like the movie, but it could just be something in the seed. Don't give up. Some people tell me that with pineapple, and I'm very successful. with pineapple, but sometimes there's just a top. It looks okay, but there's just something with it and it doesn't take. Just try again. So we're almost done now with this. I'm just going to wet it once more to see if I can get the, peel the rest of this. Usually, yeah, the water really helps. Okay, so we're almost done, but you really need to get this off so you can see the fault lines. You don't ever want to put your skewer toothpicks through a fault line. There we go. Okay. Just about done now. This I can just scratch right off either way and it'll come off. I'm going to rinse it and then I'm going to dry it and I'm going to show you where to put the sticks. Okay, let me okay, so let this dry. Okay, this little bit of orange that's there is actually a little bit of the rusk, but I think we're okay here. Hang on, let me shut that door. Ethan, okay, easy on that chair, please. Till we get the oils or whatever it needs to be. Sounds like you're on that pogo stick. All right, I'm just seeing something in the light, just trying to get this off. Okay. All right, now, what you want to do is you have to know hold on a second, I'm just trying to get the to make sure the bottom is peeled. Okay, so we've got, that's the bottom, that's the top. And we're going to take these skewers or toothpicks. These are your fault lines, so you don't want to go through them. So you're going to go like one, I usually do two. You can do two sometimes depending. It's a mason jar, two should be okay. So I'm going to cut this skewer like that. And like that. And then stay clear of the fault line and just put it in almost like a Mr. Tippett guy. So we'll put another arm right here. And that should be good for a mason jar. I'll show you, hold on. You don't want to submerge him. So you want to like put him in there, but see, because he's that way, if I go here, that'll not have the fault line and that'll help balance him because he's not the right way. Looks like a drinking bird now. So I'm going to put another stick in him away from the fault line, which I'll just go right here. And I might need, yeah, it looks like I'm going to need 4, believe it or not, for this guy because he's tilting forward. So cut one more. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. Okay, now he's going to fit in there, and I have to add water so it covers the bottom. So hold on, over here. Okay, then that's good. As long as he is, you see, it's he is submerged in the bottom. Another one I started, let's see, the other day. I just started this one like a couple of days ago. And we'll see how these grow. I'll let you know. Hang on a second, I'm just cleaning something off the bottom of this one. I didn't realize I didn't get all of his skin off, or I don't know. Thought I did. Okay, so put him back in there, and he's just slightly touching the water. So I'm going to put these guys over here by the window. And then I'm going to tell you about my new purchase. Okay, hang on. 1 second. Where's watermelon? Can I send them? Okay, sorry. But I bought a glass cutter today. So I'm going to be cutting glasses. I have a lot of my kombucha jars, glass bottles, that I'm going to do that and do some things with them. There's even some kind of light. You can make them into like light shades and stuff like that. So I just bought a glass cutter. I got the professional one, Mama Ames. Could have gotten one for $27, but I sprang for the $42.99. I think it's the Home Pro one. It looks like it has a clamp thing that comes down so you don't have to rely on your hand, because I saw a bunch of videos, and the ones that used the other one, it worked really well, but their glasses weren't straight for the most part. And this one has this clamp thing that clamps down on it. So I'm going to try that. That should be here, I don't know when. And I ordered another desk. Thank you again to Casbat and Kelly Finelli. And I'll let you know how the avocados come out. I'm glad that the internet didn't go out this time. Sorry that we lost so many times, it so many times before. But I'm going to go for a walk, and maybe I'll go down to the dock and the sun sets. I don't know. We'll see. See how that goes. But I want to, I'm going to be looking at cut bottle projects, because they even take like the tops of wine bottles. I'm going to tell my son to collect the, they have a bar down, they have a service bar. They don't have people at the bar. But they serve alcohol at the restaurant, and so he has all kinds of bottles, and I'm going to tell him to please save the bottles, because there's lots of projects, and some of the bottles are different shapes need to use, like some of the vodka bottles are. So now I'm going to ton some of the wine bottles and some of the champagne bottles. So I'm going to tell him to save those, and I'm going to cut some up. He used the power washer today to, it's so funny. He has used the power washer here before a little bit, not extensively, but we gave him the Honda, the gasoline powered one, because I don't trust anyone with my son Joe. And he's like, oh my gosh, it took off the black. I'm like, yeah, I know that. That's what the power washer does. So I thought, I don't know, him and his girlfriend thought they were going to have to use a floor sander on their deck. I don't know why. But I'm like, no, you don't use a floor sander. And he's like, yeah, I don't think I need the sander. And he sent me a picture, and it looked really good. But he made a mistake, and he should have asked me. Now that he's got the wood cleaned off and there's no stain on it, he doesn't need a product like Deck Over, but he brought a product like Deck Over, and I don't know if you've ever used Deck Over. Yeah, I used it. We used it on our porch, because our porch is a covered porch, and we had a Benjamin Moore opaque stain before, and that was pretty good, but it did peel up, and then Benjamin Moore came out here, and then we used some other type of product, and I think they sent us, I can't even remember, they had sent us something else, and then we used an Olympic product, which is like Deck Over, and it was okay. That's when we all did the porch, all of us. And then it started to peel up in places, and then there were all these class action lawsuits. And now he said he just bought like $50 a can, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you should return that. All you need is a regular deck stain now, because your deck is fine. So I don't know. He said, I don't think they're going to take it back probably. I said, I think they will, because it's not specially mixed. So I don't know. He made a mistake there. I said, that's going to peel up, and then it's going to be worse. Your wood looks great. So I don't know. I don't even know how they're selling that stuff after all the class action lawsuits. And then he had planted a bunch of plants, which usually it was, I've never known him to be into plants. That was definitely Ray, but so now he planted a bunch of, I don't know what he had, some peppers, herbs, stuff like that. Now he wants to get some things more. What are you talking about, Roundup? Don't use Roundup. That's really bad for you. But, yeah, so we'll see what happens with the deck.
And one of them was like Cabot Deck Correct.
Deck Correct. Yeah, but that wasn't the one that had the class action lawsuit.
The first one is the one Deck Over, right?
Deck Over, but we didn't have that one, did we?
I thought we put it on first.
I think we didn't have the one that was recalled for some reason. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, he doesn't plan to be there longer than a year. Probably, he's probably saying, I don't know. He's like doing everything in creation into that place. Now he's getting new countertops, a new sink. What is and then he said that, yeah, a barbecue, and then he can relax. But they're opening the restaurant for, the restaurant's open for to dine inside now. So interesting, but don't ever what? I can't see the, I'll have to look. Hi Sharon, hi Peggy, hi Mom Ames. But anyway, I'm going to get the glass cutter, and I'm going to be looking for glass projects. That reminds me of when my sister got it. They put, okay, now I understand, okay, say this was a glass bottle. Hi Cheryl. I want to look up that kit from the 70s that my sister got. Like she got it along with the candle making kits when she was like 13, okay? But I guess, a responsible 13-year-old, but they sold that stuff regularly for kids. You score the bottle along here. Now, in my sister's kit, you had a candle that you lit, so fire for kids, great. And you turned the bottle along the flame, and then you stuck it in, I don't even know if you stuck it in cold water or you just turned it along the flame until it separated, but you probably put it in cold water. Now in these kits, the videos that I'm seeing, it's scored, and some of them pour boiling water, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're holding it like this over a sink, and I'm like, that's just gonna shatter. That's not gonna be good. Other people have taken like those candle wax melters kind of things, or big pots, and they dip it in the hot water and they dip it in the cold water. That's what I think I would do. But, because otherwise they're just like sitting there holding one end like that, pouring boiling water on, then pouring ice water on, and then it just cracks off and falls in the sink. I don't think that's good. I'd rather put it in a pot or a pitcher or something, just dip it in. Anyway, that's what I was looking at. And some of them, if this was a wine bottle, right, take this part and maybe they'll cut it down to here, and then they string a bulb through there. You could do it with solar lights, or you could do it with those Edison string lights, and they have that through there. Some of them make, they put LEDs in them, but I think if I take, let me show you. If I take these, which I have a lot of these amber bottles, there's going to be a lot to do with these. Now, you could even make a nice light fixture with these because it's amber colored and it's got a really nice shape. So you could cut it down to here this way, right? And string lights through there. Even solar lights on a patio or something. But you could cut it down to there. But then some people mount them. So yeah, there's different things. They use it as a shade, but I think the amber color would be really nice. Anyway, and then you would still have a short little part to put a tea light or something in. The other thing I want to do is cut them like here, and then take the Cricut with gold lettering and write something on them and use them as a vase. And hi Jeanette Quinn, how's your daughter? Hi, Tina. And then Ronco, is that what it was? Ronco? Yeah, everything was Ronco then, right? We had candle making, yeah, everything. So I don't know, I'm gonna look for some things, but I have a bunch of these bottles, and I think they're gonna be really nice, plus the ones I'm gonna ask my son to save for me. But then there's also like, I have these amber type bottles as well from Italian Soda. And this label comes off, and so does this one. But some people are leaving the label on, especially like if it's a nice bottle or a very nice wine or champagne, and also using it for a vase, especially if it has a significance, like that was the bottle of champagne that you got engaged with, or that was the bottle of champagne that you had at your wedding, or whatever. Hi, Eva. Hi, 80s girl. So I have to experiment with that, but I have tons of kombucha bottles that I've been saving. So, oh, and then I even thought, yeah, I could do these, and I could even decoupage these for vases and stuff and give them as gifts or whatever. And even putting a candle in them, whatever. I'll figure it out. But I wanted one for a long time, and I finally bit the bullet today. Hi, Gambler. And so, yeah, I'm going to hang up the wind chime, and I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'll probably see you down by the lakeside in a little bit. I'll read the chat later for what you guys are probably recommending I do things. I'm just glad that our internet stayed on. It's been crazy. I don't know what's going on. It keeps looking like it's going to rain. It rained a little before, then it stopped. I don't know. You want to see this something? Oh, where's that? What's that? Is it going to rain now?
I don't know why you going out.
I was going to go for a walk, but is it going to rain now?
Let me see.
This is not good.
I'm getting spiders for our plants.
Spiders for our plants.
Put some spiders on our plants.
You put some spiders on our plants? He's putting spiders on our tomato plants. So they eat the bugs. Okay. Where are you getting these spiders?
Wherever I can.
Oh,
Got one from a bush out here, and another one between
Rhonda, I always have you living in Idaho or
one
somewhere.
before the front porch rails and one between the front porch rails. I saw them have a little web there. And the
Hi,
other
Lori
one's in the
Beth.
bush.
Hi, Raina. What's it say?
I don't think it's gonna rain in the next.
What? Oh, and then I have another project I'm working on. I forgot to tell you guys this, and Lisa D is going to be very
You have a
excited.
few minutes to take a walk.
But I gotta show them something before I.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, here's what I started doing. And all of you people that sew are gonna be very unimpressed with me, but those of you that don't sew, Lisa and I wanna make clothes for these babies here. So she said she was gonna try to work out a pattern, and then I kind of used this napkin to work out a pattern for her, and I got a pattern for her, and then and here was like the back of it, this, because it was gonna have Velcro, right? So yes, this is very rough, but it was gonna be like that, and then it had another half, which, this is not exactly half, but this is not the one, but I was looking at that, right? So I started to do that. Then I said, why am I doing that? Because I have a Cricut. And if I can find a doll pattern and shrink it down in my Cricut space, then everything will be perfect. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting one for like a 8-inch doll or a 13-inch doll, and I'm going to shrink it down in the Cricut space, and then I'm going to sew it. So I hope that'll work. All of you experienced sewers, don't let me know that that's not going to work, but I think it'll work fine because I can shrink it down and still, keep all the proportions. And then, if it works, Lisa D doesn't have a Cricut, which I can't believe it. I will sew her up or send her the pattern or cut the pattern for her onto some so she can then keep going. But I will try to do that and see how that works to make the clothes for these babies. And then I'm going to do a girl and a boy outfit. Hi, Davida. And we'll see how that works. Still haven't found my little tiny glass from my Calico critter that I lost. But that's my other project. So the glass cutter, the clothes. Oh, I still want to do, I'm going to do, I have my, I mean, I'm going to sew. I feel like sewing. I'm going to sew those denim thingamabobs. I may even bring my sewing machine down because I'm going to be probably at the lake house for the next 8 days, on and off, but mostly on, because my son is going to come up and he's going to spend at least Saturday night, maybe more, and then I might have another family member coming up to spend some time there. So I don't know. So I may, for today it's raining, but be down there, especially for the 4th of July for the fireworks and stuff like that. I'm going to be at that house. I feel like Scooter, but I only have to walk down the street. But yeah, that's where I usually am because I take pictures and stuff for the calendar, so it's just easier for me. So I was going to go out today to get stuff in case my son, I don't know who my son, sometimes he brings not only her daughter, but then her, I don't know, I think it's this little kid's half sister or something. I don't know who she is really, how that works out, but, and then she's got I don't know. So I have to see what to do about that. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know where you guys are all going for the 4th, or if you, oh, there's Ooh La La is here. Hi, Ooh La La. I just asked about you yesterday and I sent you an email. I hope you're all right. I don't know, I'm just rambling now. So I'm gonna go for a walk. What kind of what do I have? What kind of what? I can't see. Hold on. Hold on, David. I'm gonna try to move the camera so I can see the chat a little bit. I don't know how this is. Hold on. What do I have? I can't. I'm gonna pull it out of here. Hold on. Oh gosh, now it took a picture. Why did it take a picture? I don't need a picture. Hold on. Okay, so I'm trying to see here. What kind of sewing machine? I have a Project Runway. I have one of the Project Runways by Brother. You can't wait to see my glass cutter, Teresa? Okay, I can't wait to see it either. I've watched videos all day today, and I really want to make those things, because I've always said I'm going to make all this stuff on the sewing machine, because I'm a new sewer. I mean, besides for home ec and making an owl pillow and running pants, I made some pillowcase dresses. I will do some tutorials, Davida. I will definitely do it with the clothes, but I definitely want to do them with those buckets I want to make out of the old jeans. I've been saying that for years I wanted to do that, and I don't want that to go like another 20 years, and I still haven't done it, because that's happened to a lot of the projects I wanted to do, and I've got to do it. So anyway, I hear the wind picking up. Jimmy, who watches the weather, he doesn't feel weather. I can feel weather. I don't need to see it, and I'll be like, it's gonna rain, it's not gonna rain. Right now, I'm feeling, looking at the trees, like it's gonna rain, but then he'll say, oh wow, it didn't say it on radar. Sounds interesting with the denim. Yeah, and I bought fabric to go over the top of it, like in contrast. So I'm going to try that. My mother used to do that kind of stuff without any Pinterest or anything. She used to make denim pocketbooks out of jeans and stuff like that. Maybe you're making a new wreath for your door? Maybe she looked at magazines. I don't know, but I think all of these women back in the day, if they ever had Pinterest and stuff, they would have been, can you imagine? Oh my gosh. I would feel like, I feel cheated as it is, but but I feel like they got so cheated not having that, because some of them are so talented. I know, Davida, you've got to move over here to New York. Anyway, I'm going to go for a walk, and hopefully I don't see anybody having relations at the beach. I'll keep my distance. Sewing box has legs, and oh, I have a beautiful one that I got from Longaberger that this lady was selling Loganberry baskets, Loganberries. And I said, oh my gosh, and she didn't know, but they were from her aunt who was in the military, and everything was brand new. It's a beautiful sewing basket. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm glad the internet worked. Hopefully it'll work when I'm live later. Love you guys. God bless. Prayers for everyone that needs them. I'll see you later. Have a good day. Be good. Be kind. Bye.